guys. Good morning. All right. Are we still jazzed from Stevie Wonder last night, or are we tired because we stayed out too late partying with Stevie Wonder? A little bit of both. Awesome. My name is Jody. I am a product marketer on the Lightning Platform team. And today I am here to introduce David Ray, who is a Salesforce customer. And he today is going to take you through his journey to becoming a citizen developer. And he's going to talk to you about how he, someone who is not an admin, not a developer, is super passionate about building apps on the platform, and how you can take some tips and tricks that you can take home to your teams, to your business users, so that you can turn them into citizen developers. But first, this is a Salesforce presentation, so I would be remiss to leave out that you should only make buying decisions based on what is currently available in market. So with that, please give a round of applause to David Ray.
All right.
Here you go. Take it away.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction, Jody. Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to be covering some of the principles and techniques that I learned on my journey towards becoming a citizen developer. And what I want to share with everyone are the steps that I took towards taking an app taking an idea and turning it into an app with a non-technical background. And the biggest thing for me was understanding the power that I had being a non-technical business user or an employee who could solve business problems and business challenges without needing IT until later on in the process. So I look at citizen development as the furthest extension of IT, or the agile process given all the way to employees. So I work in accounting in Texas, and like most employees, I had plenty of ideas of how I could improve business processes, whether it was an app idea or maybe something that I was limited by a spreadsheet that I wanted to fix. And so I pitched an idea to my IT team, and fortunately enough, they gave me the Lightning platform to build an app. And for me, it was a really important experience because I learned just how dangerous I could be. Once I saw that I could take an Excel spreadsheet and turn it into an app, I knew then that I was going to be pretty dangerous. And not to sound too arrogant, but I almost felt like I didn't need them for a little while. Now, some of you may disagree, but that's how I felt. And just during that time, I started reaching out to other friends and other people who were analysts or people who I thought were innovators, and I asked them, how are you solving business challenges? What types of tools are you using? And how are you going about solving these problems? And a lot of people told me the same thing that I felt, which was, hey, I have all these ideas. I know what I want done, but I don't know the first thing about technology. I'm not technical. I'm not an engineer, so I don't even try. And that was the moment when I realized, knowing what I know about the Lightning platform, that anybody can be a citizen developer, but more importantly, everybody should. I also reached out to other IT developers and IT project managers to get a better understanding how they get business-driven projects off the ground. What types of things are they considering before evaluating a project and determining whether that's feasible or whether it should be something that gets thrown in the trash can? And a lot of the times I would hear things like, I wish business users were more involved in the building process. I wish they could tell me exactly what they want instead of just saying, I want this done, you go do it. And so I realized that there was a gap that needed to be filled. And that's why I built the citizen development framework to help business users and IT bridge that gap. So the path to citizen development is 4 steps, and the first step is helping employees identify and inspire them to come up with their own app ideas. And the second step is helping them translate those app ideas into Salesforce language. The third step is designing their own prototypes and solutions. And then the fourth step is helping them pitch and prototype their presentations for you in a business case for you to decide. So the first step, app idea identification. Usually what I did was I looked at the business challenges that I had, and I looked at different ways that I could solve them. And what I think that other people can do is they can look at their series of challenges and they can come up with ideas on their own. And the main reason this is important is because this helps employees come up with their own ideas, and then once they're invested, they can see the forest through the trees. So knowing what they want and understanding the kind of impact their app can have on their day-to-day, it brings them into the agile process and makes the development process much easier for everybody involved. So there's two ways you can do this. On the Salesforce website, they have plenty of app ideas for you to choose from, and this might help inspire other employees to come up with ways or features that they want to build. The other way is showing them current features or current products that you've rolled out within your organization and how they can use those same processes or same features to come up with their own ideas. The second step is translating these ideas into Salesforce language. So many of you in the room know what Salesforce language is, but to take employees from having these ideas and translating those ideas into Salesforce, that means showing them things like Excel spreadsheets are objects, fields are columns, and records are rows. And this was a very important moment for me because that's when I had that aha moment. And that's when I realized I could go from an Excel spreadsheet to an app overnight, and that was really empowering for me. The best way to do this is by Trailhead. So if people can understand their process and their current Excel spreadsheet or their file sharing service, and they can take that into a language that we can use in Salesforce, people can run through their own trails to build out their own features. And the trails I took to begin, I started off with, it was the admin beginner trail, it was the innovate the Salesforce way trail, and I think the other one was a business process or process automation trail. And these modules were transformative for me because I could take a feature that I wanted to build, go learn the trail, and then immediately implement it within my project. The next step is helping the citizen developers take these features or take these ideas and turn them into potential solutions. So we take the business challenges, we take their app ideas, and then we help them turn that into a solution. So that may look like taking 2 or 3 key features that solve the business challenges that we discussed in the first step, and then turning those into actual solutions. And the way that we do this is applying Trailhead. It's been transformative for me, and I think that if people can focus on 2 to 3 key features that solve the business challenge that they want to fix, then they can immediately prototype and present that for IT. And so it's best for users to focus on the impact. So we want to focus on features that are high impact and have many users. If the idea is something that has a few users, or it's maybe something that's good for their group or 2 or 3 people, then it's a lower priority. So this helps users to identify which apps are worth pursuing and which ones should be left on the table. And then the final stage of citizen development is presenting the business case for IT. So a lot of times I hear admins or developers say, my users don't know what they want. I don't know how to build exactly what they want. And this stage is really important to me because I realize when I can present what IT wants in a way that's digestible for IT, that I can get what I want done. And that was really empowering because I didn't have to rely on IT, but also they could give me better ways to do things. A developer's perspective or an admin's perspective really changed the way that I presented my solution. So at this stage, all of the legwork has been done for you. Business users can look at projected ROI or cost savings. They can use their framework that they've identified or their business process or challenge that they want to solve, and they can present it to IT, and it is up to IT to decide whether or not this is a project that gets built or this is something that gets backlogged. These are the recommended Trailhead resources these are the trails that I took during my development journey, and these trails really helped me build out the features that brought my project to life. So if you have any citizen developers within your organization or anybody that you think would benefit from this, I request that, or I ask that you refer them to this trail. The last thing about citizen development is there's a human element of it that I want to touch on. And for me, I was fortunate enough to be empowered by our IT team. And I think that a lot of times in companies, IT is in so many different parts of the business, and they're in every department. And I thought, what would it look like if every employee in the business met IT halfway? What would it look like if people were presenting ideas, their own solutions, their own app ideas, and then prototyping them and building them out using the Lightning Cloud? And that is the type of environment that I hope to create, and that's what I hope that everyone took from this presentation today. If you have any questions, you can reach me on my email. It's davidlrayjr@gmail.com. We are putting together a citizen development program in the Houston area, so if any of you are interested, reach out to me on LinkedIn or reach out to me via email. And if you have any questions, I'll be available after the session off to the side to discuss any of the steps in the framework. I would love to know what you guys think and how I can help make this more beneficial to you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, David. I just have a quick question for you before I let you go. So you shared a really incredible framework that you yourself went through.
Yes.
Awesome. So what has it meant to you? Like, so now you've built an app. Your IT team has given you the power. Where is that app now? What stage are you in with your IT?
Yes, so we're going through user acceptance testing right now, and we're making sure that we work out all the fixes. But really for me, it showed, what I learned through this whole process was anybody can do this. And I think once I realized that anyone can do it, I thought, what would it look like across an entire organization if HR or finance or logistics or whatever department you're in, if every employee could do the same thing?
Yeah.
And so when I was interviewing a lot of IT leaders, they would tell me the same, I wish people were invested in this. And on the other side, I saw that a lot of people had ideas but didn't know what to do. So it just made sense using the Lightning platform that people can really scratch their own itch. And it changed my career. It changed a lot of the things that I was able to do for my organization and the impact that I could have. And just when I presented my solution to a developer and they were like, they had that yes, that's what really made it a big deal for me.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing your story. I hope that you guys all learned something. And if you want to learn more directly from David, he'll be up here afterwards. So thanks, guys.
Thank you.